is right outside. I was recently looking at a YouTube video. I think it was a TikTok video, to be honest with you. And I was, boy, I got some stuff to say about this one. It's expanding your business when you're young. And there's so many people in the junk removal industry right now that are young, that get into this business and want to get out of this business fast. And they make these videos about making 7 figures, right? They make these assumptions of, hey, we made 7 figures in revenue. We made all this money in junk removal. We're making 7 figures. How do we grow our business to 7 figures? But I'm going to tell you honestly, ask them to show you $1 million. Ask them to show you $50,000. Ask them, because they don't even have that in the bank. And that's the reality of junk removal. These people don't tell you that they make 7 figures in junk removal, but they don't have any money in the bank. And that all their trucks are getting financed. Oh boy. And the insurance is killing them. So I saw this company, they've been in junk removal for about 3 years. Go to a county, and they use a truck in this county, then they go. And I'm thinking in my head, moving fast, maybe moving way too fast, and not really seeing what your top dollar is. And the reality is that these young kids make these mistakes way too often. And they're the first ones to close down their business too. They're the first ones to close down their. I see this through the years, every single year. The more you buy ads and the more that you buy leads in this industry, the more in debt you're going to get. And the reality is that this company has like 4 or 5 trucks, and I can just tell they're sinking. They have no money in the bank. So I do this video to tell you, you got to be wise with your money and what you're spending, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. Hey guys, my name is Ricardo. I'm the owner of junkguysdfw here in the Dallas and the Fort Worth Metroplex. I've been doing junk removal for 18 years, and I also own 2 haunted houses, one in Dallas and one in the Fort Worth area. I want to talk about how easy it is for people to give you these numbers and not really think about what they're really making. Really, I mean, what are we doing? We're just throwing out numbers, but we don't have anything in the bank. I'm selling my trucks right now because they're sitting there like bricks. And this guy in this video, he says, you know, we bought another truck for another county, but it's hard for me to say when that truck is just sitting there and we don't have any jobs there, how much money we're not making. And I'm thinking, why did you even buy that truck? A lot of these young kids making these assumptions and make these crazy ideas that they need these other vehicles to make money in junk removal, and it's not true. You need to be able to save your money. Because when you can buy things outright, you own the vehicle. All these junk removal companies that finance their trucks, they do not own those trucks. They finance those. And that's something I want people to understand, okay? You do not own a truck if you're paying for it. You're paying for the truck. That means you're financing the truck, guys. You do not own the truck. You're financing. The bank owns the truck. Let's get that through it, okay? Let's get that out of the way. And I'm going to repeat this one more time. If you have a truck, an NPR, and you're paying on it, the bank owns the truck. You do not own the truck. You got credit to buy the truck. You're not owning the truck. It is a liability instead of an asset for you. And I'm going to give you something in perspective. This truck right here is an asset for me. This piece of junk Sprinter van that I'm driving is an asset to my business. Because I can go sell it for $1,000 and I'll make $1,000 back. But your NPR truck that you're driving right now is a liability. It's a liability to your business. It is not your truck. It is the bank's truck. And I'm just seeing this video and these guys say, yeah, we got 4 or 5 new trucks, and I'm thinking, liability, 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 liability. None of these trucks are paid for. You say you're making $1 million, but you don't have $50,000 in the bank. It's not hard to see these mistakes in junk removal because I've seen them. I've been in junk removal so long that I've seen these mistakes done by these small individuals, these small businesses. You know, I just don't want y'all to think, and I know I'm talking the truth. I'm not lying here. I'm saying the truth, and this is what people don't want to hear. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to make up things. It's not that hard. And we're bragging about it all the time. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you how to make $1 million in junk, and I'll do another video later on. Dollars of that, put $500,000 in ads and leads, and I guarantee you'll make $1 million. There you go. You're not going to have any money, but you're going to make $1 million. You're not going to, and that's the fact. You're just going to be working for free, really. You're just going to be working all the time, not making $1 million. Because you're not going to have any money in the bank. I just don't understand how hard it is for people to grasp that idea. To understand why it is so tough to make any profit in this business when you're paying for ads and you're paying for leads. How difficult it is. The difficulty in junk removal to do that. It is tough. If you're not organically ranked, if you want to junk removal, spend about $250,000 in ads. You know what? I'll look into this later on about how to do it. But these kids, these young kids go off and buy 2-3 trucks because they get financed because their dad co-signs, right? And you know damn well they don't have any credit. You know damn well there's not a 22-year-old, 23-year-old kid with good credit. Okay? So they get co-signed by a family member that they're going to build a $1 million business. They get all excited, they go start spending money, and in reality, there is no money to show for it. Not at all. They're using dad's credit, and they're going to ruin dad's credit too. So, I think as a junk removal service, I'm sorry, let me say that I think as a veteran in junk removal, I have to warn these young kids not to fall in this trap. And here's what they're thinking. Here's exactly what they think, because I was young once too. But what does Ricardo know? What does he know? He doesn't own that many trucks. Yes, I do. Right now at my disposal, I have 4 vehicles. I sold 3 vehicles means I had 7 behind me right now. You have 4 trucks? I know what I'm talking about, dude. I know what I'm talking about. Been there, I've done it. $1 million in junk removal, yeah, that's cute. But the difficulty is, and the responsibility that I have, is to warn people about how deceptive this business is and tell the honest truth. Making $1 million in junk removal, like a lot of people talk about it, right? In reality, they don't have $50,000 in the bank. That's just proven fact. And I talked about this a while back, that in junk removal, we're all worried about, we all show off making 7 figures in junk removal, right? We all show that off. We're making 7 figures in junk removal. We all show it off. And talking about that is one thing. When you compare it to junk removal in the haunted house business, because in the haunted house business, they're not worried about making $1 million. They're worried about making $5 to $7 million. That's funny. And here in junk removal, we're all worried about making $1 million. It's embarrassing. I figured that out really quick. They put me in place. Anyway, guys. Tejano junk removal. Charlie's junk removal. Man, you missed that on 3 trailer loads yesterday, Charlie. Carlos. You went and scrapped. Yeah. Anyway, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm about to get to my headquarters. I got 2 more loads that I got to do today at this lady's house. And I think if I finish this out, I should have finished with like a $4,900 job. I think if I make no $3,900, so I think if I make another $1,000 at this lady's house, they'll put me for the full job at $3,900, and we might be done with that. I'm gonna find out really quick today. All right, I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a great one.